Hey, what is up, you beautiful people all around the world? Today I want to have a look at Red Velvet with Feel My Rhythm. Now, for the last people who looked at my video with Peekaboo, I thought that was one of a hell type of video. Like, it really took me by surprise with everything that was happening, and I liked it. So I'm wondering if the same is going to happen now again. Is this video going to take me by surprise or not? We can already see by the first elements, that we see more or less like a picture frame. Let's see what it's all going to build up. I would just say let's start into the video. We're going to keep today's video very simple, but let's have a look. Let's see what it's all about. I really like the effect that they're going with here, actually, especially because they're more or less masking out the video, and on top of that, they're adding a bit of a gloom effect to it. It causes this painting feel to it, not gloom, sorry, a bloom effect, and they masked it out here and they put it on basically on a canvas, but it looks really nice. And you can also see that the frames per second is more or less like 12 frames per second, 5 frames. I mean, I can't count it, but what I can imagine is that they just put it down to give a bit of a rustic feel to it, which is nice. And it feels a bit more rustic as well, especially from what we see, especially that it's a painting, Alrighty, I'm really curious how this is going to end up. Who's going to get killed now? Very royal, nice music. I don't trust this video at all. That's how I'm just going to keep it. I don't trust what's going to happen next. Purely because I've seen Red Velvet and I understand some of the themes, like I really love the colors that they're going with, actually. It's very nice and focused. We have the nice dark black backgrounds while we have some elements that are glowing as well, which is really nice. And then we also just have the main subject here surrounded by very nice lighting, very nice elements, soft elements, transparent elements where we can look through. It just allows us to look more than just at her, but also still see the background. It's very nice, very subtle. I also like the costumes, not gonna lie, they're really, really cool. They give me a little bit of an eerie feeling, the circus feel, and then some weird clowns are gonna appear. Again, I don't trust this MV yet. Maybe it is gonna be innocent. Those robots, I mean, again, we can just look at it, just look how those robots are programmed to follow even basically every movement that is there. Just have a look at it. All mechanical. It's actually quite beautiful to look at. Maybe this video really has nothing going for it that will surprise me. That would be nice as well. There was a little bit of an effect going on here. I mean, for most of it, it's quite practical. I mean, this is actually a studio. The glow here, I'm not sure if that is the best glow effect or maybe the best way to show this glow, because you can more or less see that it's not inside of it. It just, I don't know, they just made it follow. They tracked it on this cage here. Not really sure if that was the best effect. It just looks a bit weird, looks a bit cheap. I mean, here, for example, you can see more or less that this is all green screen. It all just looks way too realistic than it should be. However, the color grade is top notch. You can really just imagine that they are in this location. You can see that this is a bit cartoony in the background, that it's more or less CGI while they are real. There's always this element, that makes it look real or fake. But what I want to say is the color grade is spot on. It really makes it look as if they were in this world, which is always important. Look at those robots. You can really see who is this, SM Town. SM Town, most likely who the production house is. I'm not really sure who for this particular video, but they have one in the categories. They want to use it. They want to make sure that it's used as much as possible as well, because those things are hella expensive. They cost like what, $500,000 or so to buy. They're really expensive. Nice. I really like this. I like that the birds are big. I like it gives a little bit of a ratio difference, from what normal is and what is unnormal. This is quite eerie again. Again, this video is slowly getting me by surprise. What is going to happen next? Yeah, this ball doesn't do it for me. Like, in my opinion, this is one of the weakest parts of the MV so far. This I just don't get. But one sec, I want to see how the ball was flying away, because the one thing they do right is that all of a sudden she's blooming some pink light going on, as if the ball is basically up there, which is really accurate, I must say, for lighting. And then you have the light again floating away, and it actually is lighting up some of the studio. I wonder if this is actually a practical light that is doing the effect, or they did this in post. Would be interesting to know. Beautiful cuts, actually. You know, like, again, it's all about just keeping the camera moving, keeping the people happy. Look, we have this movement, they're doing their choreography, and then there is a second cut just zooming out a little bit wider, and it shows a little bit more of the entire environment. In this case, it is going to be a green screen room, but, you know, while they're filming, they can see this 3D location. It's actually quite advanced. Really nice. In fact, this could actually be it. This blue room could actually be the green screen room itself. You know, again, normally you would do this in a room that is color opposite to what you're wearing. And in this case, they actually have like what? All the green elements here. And you don't want to have a green screen room inside of an element, or have green elements in a green screen room. You would put green elements in a blue screen room. So this could actually be a blue screen room. And they kept it quite simple. But it's nice to see small things like this in the background, you know, that they didn't go crazy all the time. Make the hair move, people. Come on, we're in 2022. I know she's underwater, but at least make the hair move a little bit, you know, make it somehow float around, put some wind into it, because you have to imagine, once you're underwater, your hair is a little bit, you know, bouncy, and it's very hard to pull this off, but it is doable, you know, do a little bit of a wind, do something, you know, to make the hair move. It's way too static, because here it looks like she's actually going quite quick in the water, well, relatively quick, but there's just nothing happening. This part is literally my favorite so far. The colors are just beautiful. Even this itself is very cute. It's very dark. It's very, you know, very simple, but I like the outfits. They're very neat. You know, there's nothing overly sexualized here, but it's just very nice to see this for once. You know, it's not always about showing all skin and everything. It's as if you're watching, you know, proper dancers doing their thing, which is nice. Ballet dancers. But very simple cuts, you know, for a video. Nothing too crazy, nothing too difficult. Whoa, what is that? So she's holding strawberries. She's giving it to a massive CGI dude. I don't even know. What is this? What is it supposed to be? A goblin? Wait, let me have a look at that again. Is that a real person? One sec. It's a shame that they don't focus more on the creature itself, but they do this because they want to hide it as much as possible as well. They want to include it, but they also want to hide it, purely because they, you know, they want to hide it a little bit. They want to hide that it's not as well rendered as it could have been if the production was higher quality. Man, I'm in the mood for strawberries. I mean, who isn't in the mood for strawberries? I want to go back to that. Hold up. No, I didn't see it. Sorry. I thought I saw something weird, but no. It's all good. I like this a lot. You know, I like the artistic choice they're going with. I love the paintings. I love the style that they're going with. Very simple, but very clean. And also it shows a bit of an artistic choice that has gone into the video. You know, these two elements, you know, this and the choreography parts are, in my opinion, the best and the strongest points. The rest is a bit of a hit and a miss for me. Like, this is really nice. I mean, even just this. Let's see. Let's go back there again. Like, look, we have this root all of a sudden growing, and then it turns into a chair, and then we have an owl, and then a person appears into it. In other words, one of the Red Velvet members. I really like this. I think this is really creative, and you do not see this too often. And also, if you think about it, it reminds me a little bit of Van Gogh, Very nice, brings back a bit of memories, brings back some of the elements that are, important to our history, of course, as well. And it's nice to see it. This is just so confusing for me. The birds, like, why are they there? And here, where are we? I get there is something behind the picture. Like, is the goblin or whatever the thing was holding them or something? Is it the eyeball of the goblin? I want to see more of it. It's like I'm missing something. Man, what a video. Like, oh, it actually continues. I thought for a second the bird actually just exploded inside. Like, have a look at it. The bird goes in and then poof, dead. A very, very ballsy video, and I'll be honest, it's just really ballsy by itself, only because it tries to be very unique and it tries to involve a lot of crazy elements. The one part that I would just say is just doesn't function for me at all is all the CGI. It's just too much, it's quite sloppy, and it doesn't really make this video in any way better. I wish that they just stayed away for it and focused more, for example, on the painting style, the painting, the Van Gogh styles. Let's see if we can pick it up again. It's somewhere at the end. If we saw more styles like this, for example. I thought this was really nice, very simple. Well, of course, not to do it, but it just gave a little bit more of a very unique feeling of something that I just never saw before. While the elements of CGI were just not doing it for me. They were just weak. They didn't look good. Even the ball just looked very weak inside of the cage, and the storytelling wasn't there for me. It's a little bit of a hit and a miss, and I wish they just did it a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, and they were a little bit more focused. I get that SM Entertainment is currently trying out a lot of different effects. They're trying to really pull their budgets to the max, but this is just not, again, I'm just saying it from what I see, this is just not the best I've seen yet. We've seen other videos from SM Entertainment that have no CGI, but just come over much better because CGI is just expensive. Either you have the budget for it or you don't. If you don't have the budget for it, do what you can with it while making it look good. Don't just think, okay, I want the most I want the best as possible and the most as possible. It doesn't work. You either have a little but good, or you have good but it's going to be crap. And or sorry, if you have a lot and it's going to be crap, you don't want that. You don't want a lot of CGI while it's going to be crap. Keep it clean, keep it minimalistic. That's going to make your productions a little bit better. For when it comes to the editing itself is quite nice. It's quite simple. You can see that the robots are taking over a lot of the camera work over these days, and I like that as well. It gives a very mechanical feel to it. It's a little bit too much at times. It's a little bit too smooth at times. I still miss that human connection, if I can say so. But for what it's worth, it's a very simple cut. There's no special transition, something crazy going on, but that's okay. It's all about keeping it clean, keeping it nice, and for itself, I like it. It's a nice MV. It's just not the best from Red Velvet that I saw, and they could actually just do a little bit better. And I'm not talking about Red Velvet in this case. I'm really just talking about the production team behind it. It's a little bit of a mixed bag here, and could have maybe done it a little bit cleaner. I mean, guys, what do you actually think of the MV? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Again, I'm sorry actually for this video to be unedited or anything crazy. I just have a lot on my head right now, but I wanted to throw this in there because I like Red Velvet, and I thought I want to look at them. I want to look at it with you guys and see what we can talk about it. And yeah, it's worth talking about. It's just not the best works I've seen so far. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. And if you did enjoy, like always, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. And I'll catch you on the next video. I'll catch you then. Stay safe and stay healthy. I'll see you then.